a basketball barn. Probably an asbestos death trap. Probably won't invite anybody. I'll probably just, I'm finished, so. They told me not to go in there, and a little voice in my head said, don't go in there today. No. If I can take a day off, wait till it cools off, finish it. You went in there and you were tough, and you worked on it all summer to try to get the people in military intel and NASA and all that to stand up and be a decent person, to get up and do the right thing, but they won't. They're not going to. I probably won't invite people over. I'm not just finish it. They can come look at it and go, "Oh, that's really neat." Yeah, it's a asbestos sand painting from old Macklin. How cheap he did everything around here and stuff like that. This county's faith-forsaken murder factory, and fucking El Paso County is probably worse. And everywhere you go, it's the same way. You sit and watch those commercials. They have this old couple, the almighty dollar is shrunk. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay. Why do you think a portrait of a slaveholder is mighty? Okay, I'm sorry, $5 bill. Okay, if you got a guy who got killed by slaveholders who get together a popularity contest who say that you can own property if you're willing to kill people over rocks in Fort Knox. Why do you guys still believe that fucking stupid shit? Okay. And then you'll get people, you're not the Messiah. Jesus. Yeah, Jesus, you're God, the asshole drama queen God in your fucking head that you made up to go live with after you're dead, which isn't going to happen. Maybe for 30 minutes if you still have firing synapses. Okay, I don't want to fucking hear it. This stuff is played out for 10,000 years. You guys have been getting that 30 minutes before dying. I'm in heaven with God. It's Tashina. There's all the buffalo. I mean, shut up. Okay. You're talking to your relatives, and your relatives are just as stupid as you are. Just as brain chemical addicted to fucking and fighting and fighting and fucking as you are. Okay? You're a paranoid schizophrenic. You're a socio-psychopath. Go watch that stupid Found thing on TV. It empowers you to chase him and then grab him and lock him up and treat him the way he treated you. That's not happening. You don't think it sexually arouses her to capture him and have him locked in the basement and make him feel powerless the same way he did her? I mean, 2 and 2 is 4, dipshit. Oh, get your Freudian slip out and slip all over it and slip and slide in it and be the head of the Olympic Committee and say, well, the Russians can't perform until they follow the rules. What are proper genocidal rules over fake-ass money to get people to accept it as value? The almighty dollar is shrunk. I've been a Democrat my whole life, but I don't know what to do. Except there sit in the back of this old rusty truck for a propaganda commercial with a dumb bitch whose dad was just as bad as she is. Okay. Pete, I'd rather die once I found out what I was doing, okay, as a politician in Santa Fe, than keep doing what I'm doing as a politician in Santa Fe. I would rather die than be a Supreme Court justice and do what I do as a Supreme Court justice. They sat there, they would not allow me on Motel Boulevard, probably about close to over 10 years ago, to go in and publicly speak about the health concerns from cell phone towers because there's a gag order on it in public discussions about cell phone towers that was administered by the Supreme Court. So I had to talk in riddles. Okay, and I said, okay, if the Supreme Court won't let us talk about the actual evidence of people having higher cancer rates when their houses are next to cell phone towers because it's considered a public utility for the people that are not next to it, then let's be stand up as New Mexican, Las Cruces, New Mexicans. They're supposed to be the military protectors of the fucking United States of America, and declare the Supreme Court a joke and stand up for what is right. And no one did. The City Hall sitting there, they had me stand over a gosh-forsaken Zuckerberg Gates computer screen and say, do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth under penalty of law? And I said, your guys' law is based on money, so I am under no obligation to tell you the truth, but since I have faith in God, I will, to the best of my ability. It was one of the most impressive public displays of courage and intelligence in the history of the world. And then after I finished, one guy, I don't even understand what the fuck you're talking about. Well, because the almighty dollar is shrinking and you got to go vote in a popularity contest over genocide money for Pete Domenici's little girl, right? Fuck. The other one was schizophrenic. You don't think this one is? Just because they think they can control their schizophrenia doesn't mean they do. Hey, were you found? Did you lock the guy up in your basement? I mean, shit, they're fucking crazy. And then you have that dumbass John Quinones, like Chris Hansen, Catch a Predator. And I remember explaining that to my ex-wife. I was like, the problem is that there's actually girls online sexually predicating on 40-year-old nerds offering them sex so they can get with their pimp boyfriends and then extort the guy once they say, hey, she's only 15 years old. We're going to take all your money. We're going to take all your, what are you going to do about it, nerd? Right? Some jock and his girlfriend are predicating on nerds to extort them for all their money with her being his prostitute. He's Pimp Daddy Nash. Wearing his skirt tights. That's the problem to Catch a Predator. You didn't see it, Chris Hansen? No one saw it. All the girls at the police department pretending to be, that were 20 years old, pretending to be 23 years old, pretending to be 15-year-olds online. You couldn't figure it out? You're a fucking detective. I mean, come on now. Come on, NCIS, Come on, Tom Cruise in the Mission Impossible. Let's solve all the missions with Scientology. Come on. Just because I ask an asshole to totally change the way he is and show up and be a man for the first time in his life doesn't mean I expect John Travolta to be so. He's a pussy face. Okay, I'm tired. Okay, I have to be this. Strength goes beyond an asshole that's excessive and compulsive. Okay. I told you that day when they had those people punch me in the face, that's scary for someone like Bruce Lee or what's that other guy's name? Chuck Norris or Steven Seagal, who showed up here and never ran into the guy being part of Todd Garrison's garrison of cool people and hot people to rebuild his fucking public persona because he was caught using women that were immigrants and their immigrant status as sex slave maids at his house, him and his wife. He's a putz. He never pulled me over and harassed me like the other guys did because he was afraid. Holy shit. If Bruce Lee could do, imagine what that guy could do. That guy's the one like David and Jesus. And then they showed the stuff in the parking lot. It's, oh, fuck, he's got a chi through him that makes Bruce Lee's 1-inch punch look like, oh, goddamn, if he decided to wind up and let you have it, he would crush your ribs. And it probably, some of your, the internal organs would explode if he did a 1-inch punch on you because he was tired of you guys coming into the house and using technology to sexually groom Natalie through brain attacks while she sleeps. Because they attack your brain while you're sleeping. They bombard you with Wi-Fi. They create narratives. They're the metaverse. See what we can do. Ride your fucking bike with your hot fucking African accent. Never, ever, ever would I let my sister be fucked in the head by fucking little billionaire fucking perverts who have wives that are cold-hearted bitches that are cold-hearted herbs that rule the night, make colors fade from our sight. But we decide which is right and which is an illusion. I got your nose fucking Veratu right fucking here, assholes. And I'm not going to suck the blood out of you. I'm going to efficiently put you out of your business. And then there'll be a molecular structure of a little kid that's not an Adolf Hitler because Adolf Hitler had money to fucking fight over. And you won't. You won't be David Rockefeller. You won't be Philip Rothschild. There'll be no more Pope Eggs Benedict. There'll be no more Pope Francis's. There'll be no more Bill Gates. There'll be no more Warren Buffett's. There'll be no more Oprah Winfrey's. There'll be no more Taylor Swift's. There'll just be people singing songs that they love to sing, and people say, hey, sing that again. I don't need to get Cracklin' Rosie to get drunk so I can sing songs and say, I actually sing good because I'm a drunk fucking idiot. Sweet Caroline. That was Caroline Kennedy in her funeral clothes when her dad was murdered because he tried to expose corruption from people like you. And Neil Diamond didn't tell anybody about it because the way he wrote the song, he thought if anybody heard about it the way the song was written, they would think he was a pervert or a pedophile. Anybody else want to sing that in a bar selling yak piss to kill people's brain cells so they accept being fucked by scientists with money and their propaganda perverts for one more faithless fucking day? Assholes. Boy, you couldn't handle the truth if he kicked you in the fucking vagina and dick every faith-forsaken pimp and prostitute celebration day, could you? Dum, dum, da-dum, dum, dum, dum. Fuck yourself in the head, you're right, said Fred. Dad, too sexy for your shirt, huh? Too sexy for your designer underwear and shit? You're just going to show up naked and say, give me more money, don't you want to fuck me? No, nobody wants to fuck you unless, of course, they're fucked. Okay? But anybody like me? No, I don't want to fuck any bitch. I want to love and be loved in return. I want children to have love. Ma, da, ma, da, ma, da.